What's up, everybody? This is Zack, aka Zacky. Yeah, I'm Zacky, aka Le Frenzy on PlayStation 5, French Big Z in French on the PlayStation, and Super French Big Z in Japanese on the PlayStation. Listen, guys, there's a lot of things to discuss, and I'll make a couple more videos, but this is the one that I want to do right now. It is 1:44 a.m. Pacific, which is also 144 hertz is the resolution on some of the older laptops that have been out, gaming laptops a couple years back. Very amazing resolution. Now, thanks to the amazing technology from just not just Razer in the past, but now in the future. I mean, in the present because of Lenovo Legion, and into the future, which we'll see on Alienware in a couple years down the line, which will be the next hardware that we'll get in the future. Right now, I'm on Lenovo Legion, and in the past, I was on Razer, and on the side next to me, obviously, I use a MacBook Pro for work and for just everyday use. For everyday use, I use the MacBook Pro. For all the crazy cool stuff with Intel Quantum, that's going to be on the Lenovo Legion, and also things like Microsoft Project, that's going to be on the Lenovo Legion, and a gaming server or programming to create games such as Cyberpunk 2077, and also writing code in a specific types of languages, which will inspire none other than Half-Life 3. Half-Life 3 confirmed. That's right. There's been a lot of code that I've written for the past more than a decade, and just like any other you guys have also Geeks for Geeks hashtag, you've also written so many lines of codes to convince Gabe Newell after now it is the 20th year anniversary of Half-Life 2 and Half-Life 3, Half-Life 1. It's time for Half-Life 3 confirmed. We are all trying to get back to that Lambda complex, and a lot of us want to show to other people what it is like to be at the Black Mesa research facility and trying to escape with just a goddamn crowbar. Um, Anyway, I hope that Game Newell has a surprise for us. And if he has waited that goddamn long, he's got a brand new engine. Then please, don't just give us Half Life 3. Just give us a brand new, remastered, amazing trilogy, which has all the games of Half Life 1, Half Life 2, and then this Half Life 3. That's what we want. We want to go back from the beginning and do the whole damn thing and have all those great cutscenes, especially like we've got Hostiles and, all the great soundtrack, but with a brand new engine and everything that comes with it. And we want to save some of these goddamn scientists. It's really problematic for me to every time I'm playing Half Life, and I feel like it's just me, myself, and I, and maybe our goddamn security guard that I keep an eye on. Just to, don't worry, I'm at least going to save your ass. But everybody, there's like hundreds of scientists down there, and it's time for Gordon Freeman to save a little bit more than just one or two of them. It has to happen. Anyway, this is Coffee with Zach, so we're going to drink some coffee over here. Now, as you know, the Starbucks is not my coffee of choice. I prefer blue bottle coffee, but I do know that some people do enjoy Starbucks coffee just because it's not because of preference, but it's kind of like some kind of if they don't have their Starbucks, they just go into a full psychopath, which is what happens to women. Women, love Starbucks, and if they don't have their Starbucks coffee, they go bananas. They just go bananas. In similar fashion, a lot of people who work in technology or in startups or even people in the medical field or people that work in executives or people that are CEOs, all this that. If they don't have their morning coffee, or for myself, I'm an evening person, but if they don't have their coffee, they aren't able to function. They just cannot function. It's extremely problematic. Anyway, I'm wearing a Manchester United jersey because I do miss Manchester United, and the season just started, so I'm very excited about watching some of these early matches and see where MUFC was going to go next to the future. As you know, I would love to someday. I'm just as I talk about my passion. I love technology. I want to work as a project manager, and then can't seem to find someone to hire me. So I'll just be a DJ, and so I'm doing a bunch of DJ. I'm trying to get on DJ Mag, and then eventually I'm like, well, maybe I should. Well, what else should I do? Maybe I should be a team racing driver and just enjoy cars and you know DTM and Super GT. And eventually I'm like, well, what else am I gonna do? Well, maybe I should just become a goddamn football manager. Now, obviously, it's a lot of people laugh, but you know, I don't know how else to tell you guys, but I was greatly in part of the reason why Manchester United won that FA Cup. So if I'm one of the main reason why the Manchester United won the FA Cup, then goddamn it, by golly, this, you know, as I, right now my hair is back in black, which is great. But in the future, down the line, when I have gray hair, just like Alex Ferguson and all the other managers of Manchester United. I would love to be on that coaching staff, or at least be within that vicinity and help them out. We need more stars on those jerseys. We only have 3 stars of Champions League. I'm sorry, but Bayern Munich's got way too many stars on their damn jerseys. It's time to bring some competition. How many stars do they have? This is ridiculous. Bayern Munich has 5 stars on their UCL jerseys. That's a lot. They only have 3. That means we're 2 steps behind Bayern Munich. We need to get more stars on our Champions League jerseys. It has to happen. This is ridiculous. That's a lot of stars. 5 stars? What does that remind you of? 5 stars. Stars team? The beginning of Resident Evil. That's right. You remember that? As they uncover the Umbrella Corporation in Resident Evil 1 for the PC. That demo disc in PC Gamer. Go back to the beginning. Go back to the beginning. Remember what happened then. There's a lot of Resident Evil games that I intend to play and put on my live stream. It's just that some of them are so gory. I'm not even allowed to film them because they're just too. The content is just too atrocious. But I do have. Thankfully now I have some cool people that I can talk to who enjoy some of these games. Even though I'm not a big fan of horror movies, but the horror games, there's some of them that I like a lot just because I seem to be the only person. It feels that way like sometimes on the planet who can defeat these monsters. There's just some of these boss battles are so strong. There's only someone with my kind of alkali that can defeat them. This is just ridiculous. I'm wearing my gray hat, and the reason why I'm wearing my gray hat is because big shout out to Watch Dogs at Ubisoft. Don't worry, I'm very excited. We're gonna get Watch Dogs 4 a push for it. I'm hoping it's gonna be in Tokyo, but we'll see what happens. We'll get those guys to make that happen. Now, on a more serious note, people that are gray hats and white hats. There's some very disturbing news about. It appears that a lot of people's social security numbers get hacked throughout the United States. Now, please understand that that is no laughing matter. That is the entire United States, and that's basically considered at this point cyber warfare, and that is really a serious matter. And it's not funny. It's not funny to have the entire population of the United States. Social security numbers being compromised. Now, as you know, the problem with social security numbers, you cannot change your social security number. That is also one of the highly big problems with social security numbers is that there has been some people that are, as you know, with the people that are working in security and stuff that who work in cybersecurity and all this, that they kind of explain this fact to people that are in charge and just explain to them, it's kind of problematic if you can't even change your social security number. Like, when they say, well, what if your social security number is compromised? What do you do then? Like, what happens if someone, posts the social security number of a former president or something like that, or someone who's, who has held office, or this and that? And I don't know how else to say it, but if everyone finds all the social security numbers and then they can match them with everyone at the bureau and the company, that's a huge security hole. You have to find a way to immediately change everybody's social security numbers. You see how problematic that can be? Yeah, it's got to be the same number, always be the same number. Well, if someone makes and match all those numbers, that's going to be really problematic, especially with some of these field agents around the world. Now, thankfully, I'm talking about this right now in the present, which means it gives you some time to process this by the time I upload this video. So it gives you kind of a time window to understand what I'm trying to say here. It is very serious. You have to deal with that situation. Anyway, guys, what else? There's a lot of stuff going on with Lenovo Legion. I know you guys are waiting for me to live stream, and I'm hearing you guys. I am, like I said, I have the Lenovo Legion keyboard, I have the Lenovo Legion mouse, I have my laptop, and now I'm eager to kind of set up a cool background. I'm not so strong with the green screen or anything, but if you can just show me how to put some goddamn neon lights or anything like that, and I don't know if I'm going to color my hair. Probably not, but maybe someday I'll just color my hair purple or something. I don't know. Like, I need to get a bunch of viewers, and I'm very excited about streaming, not just for DJing for dance music, electronic dance music, but also DJing for video games. Live streaming for video games. It's going to be fun. There's a lot of stuff going on, and I'm very excited. Now, I know this library over here looks empty, but don't worry, it will be filled up. This is for my wife. Like she's gonna put some cool stuff over there. That's what she wants. As far as myself, my library obviously is full. There's plenty of books and all this and that. And as you know, if you're one of the guys who enjoy my book club, obviously my book club continues. We have plenty of books for. We had plenty of books for the past month and for August, and don't worry, there'll be lots of great books for September as well. It might not be as big as Oprah's book club, but my book club is just as big and just as great. Um, some of the wish list, as a lot of streamers, especially gorgeous women, were able to live stream on Twitch and YouTube and have a wish list, and they can have, oh, I want this or I want that, and they get like all kinds of millions of gifts and stuff. So if they can do that, I understand why I cannot do the same. And one of the things that I would have on my wish list, obviously, is what it would be the 8 terabyte SSD M.2 hard drive by Western Digital WD Black. I would love to have that hard drive. It is 8 terabyte. It's very expensive. It's about $800 or $900 with tax, and you can put that into a PS5, and you can have so many more games in there. So many more games, more live stream, all this and that. Then you don't have to delete games. You don't have to put games away or anything like that. Reinstall it. It would be a great thing to have. Right now, my hard drive for the PS5 is the one I got when I bought the system. It was only 2 terabytes. So to have an 8 terabyte hard drive for a PS5 would be amazing. It would be amazing. Unfortunately, $800 to $900 is very expensive, and you have to think about your opportunity costs. Remember opportunity costs from economics class when you were in college or younger, or when you take a class. Your opportunity cost is that what you can do with $800. Now, with $800, you could buy that goddamn hard drive and fill it up with a bunch of video games for the PS5, or with $800, you could spend on an Xbox, a $500 Xbox, and spend $300 worth of Xbox Pass, I guess. It's a very delicate matter, and you have to figure out what it is that you want to do. Anyway, there's going to be more games on the PS5 to live stream. No, there's no problem with that. And I got the Xbox running with the Amazon Fire Stick. It's great. Unfortunately, this controller does not work. I know the batteries should work in it, but for some reason, the controller does not work. I was able to use a different controller, and that controller works just great. Next, we're gonna go ahead and talk about some really tragic news, very tragic news. The passing of how do I say her name? It's Atsuko Tanaka. Atsuko Tanaka was the voice actress for Ghost in the Shell. She played Motoko from Ghost in the Shell, and unfortunately, she passed away recently from an illness at age 61. Now, this is a very sad, tragic news, and I don't know how else to say, but I am speechless, and I want to address the voice actor for Bato, as you know, Bato-san. I want to address to you that please take all the time that you need, whether you need to rest and just get some time off, because it's really tragic news. And don't worry, we'll get to the bottom of this. I already plan on contacting Interpol as to why she died of an illness at age 61, because she's still very young, and I know that Japanese people tend to live much longer. There's no reason why she wouldn't have lived up to age 80 or even 100. Maybe not 100, but at least live another 20 more years. So we'll contact Interpol, and we'll figure out why she passed away at age 61. That's there might be a reason that maybe she was poisoned by someone. It can happen, and but we need to figure out what happened. And like I said, I'm very devastated by the news. I love Ghost in the Shell. Ghost in the Shell. It was on my book club. Ghost in the Shell. You remember the movies 1 and 2. You remember SAC trilogy, first gig, second gig, Stanley Complex, Elite Society, and the new movie Ghost in the Shell. You remember Ghost in the Shell, Arise. You remember Ghost in the Shell, 2045, season one, season two. We're waiting for season three that got delayed. It's a really sad turn of event, and I don't know how else to say it, but we, big condolences to her parents and her everyone in her family, especially her sibling, because it's a very sad turn of event, and it makes me furious. I'm very upset. I'm in a bad mood, and yeah, I wish there was a Ghost in the Shell video game right now that I could play. Just vent some steam or whatever. I'm just in a bad mood. I'm really upset. Um, Next topic I want to talk about is obviously BG. BG, my favorite rapper when I was growing up back in the 90s when I was in high school. BG, I'm looking forward to your new album. Hot Boys with Cash Money Millionaires, and your next solo album. I need you to understand. I know it's frustrating that everything is, you know, incredibly futuristic and new and complicated for you. I know what it's like. I'm sorry that this happened to you. I know you've been gone for like 11 years. Please understand, we are all here to support you. We will show you anything that you need to help you adjust to the new world that it is today. I know everything is completely new and different, and it's been 11 years that since you were gone, and we have ways to help you adjust. Like if you're scared of a PS5 controller, well, we'll ease into you. We'll let you play with a PS3 controller, and then a PS4 controller, and then a PS5 controller. If I don't know, you know, most of the highway systems look the same. Social media looks a little bit different. This looks, if anything that is complicated to you, I know that some of it is kind of like a culture shock, but we'll be there for you. And like I said, you're a wonderful musician. You're a great rapper. Some of your songs are, I don't know how else to say to you, they are pinnacle of the greatest rap songs of all time in America, and also was featured on my podcast, Omega Radio. Now, I need you to understand that some of the producers that you work with, at Cash Money Records, especially the big timers, those guys, if you keep joining forces as opposed to all you guys arguing and fighting over this or over that, you need to understand all you guys were more powerful than any of the rap labels you can think of. Yeah, I'm not kidding. You were on the same caliber of even some of the greatest rapper in the world. You may think that's oh man, I'm a good rapper, but I'm nowhere near as Dr. Dre. I'm nowhere near as this. I'm nowhere near as Snoop Dogg. I'm nowhere near as this. Go listen to Cash Money is an Army by BG. Listen to those beats. Those beats are quite possibly some of the greatest songs, beat making of any rap songs ever made. I'm serious. And when you go back in that studio and you start playing with all these instruments, you will never believe what's can happen in the future when you get together and you write something. You really wrote some great music that inspired us for life, okay? For life. You know how some of us enjoyed, or especially kids. There's a new, that Snoop cartoon for kids and whatnot, and when the one with Snoop as, oh my God. Peanuts. Peanuts, the cartoon with Snoopy the dog, and the time and recently on Apple TV, where he meets Franklin. Do you know how important that story is? Because what happened to you when people looked at you? They looked at you like you're some kind of, some thug, all this and that, just, all this bad stuff, all this and that. They have no concept how amazing of a person that you are. You just thought of you as some guy, because of what their first impression is. You wear a grill on your teeth, and you just rap about this or rap about that. They have no concept of the amount of work you've done, and they don't even know what you're going to be in 10 years or in 20 years. because I know the future. And I know that in the future, BG is going to be a philanthropist. BG is going to go to the Magnolia and all those places that Juvenile talked about, the rapper, Juvenile. And you're going to go back to those communities and you're going to say, how many students are here? 600? Okay, buy 600 backpacks. How many students are here? 600? Okay, buy 600 pens, crayons, and everything. That's what you're going to do because you have that power. Just like when I have that power wherever I go, if I had the budget, I would go inside a classroom and say, okay, what do you guys need? As we say in French, the carnet, the cahier, the book. Vous êtes 30, there's 30 of you guys? Okay, well, 30 books and pencils and all this and that. That is the power that people can do in these communities to help the next generation. I've done it. Some of you have done it. I know Jay-Z's done it a million times. Jay-Z's so busy, but at least he still does it. I know everyone's like, oh, we want to see Jay-Z. Jay-Z just goes like this, writes a check, and just like that, he can buy like 10,000 backpacks, 10,000 books, 10,000 pencils, 10,000 crayons, and all this and that for any schools in all of New York. Just like that. It really means a lot. I know sometimes you guys are like, you go on Power 106, you go look at those radio. Oh, who cares about all those bags? Who cares about school? We just want to make some money. Listen, guys. Even I speak from experience, and you've seen that yourselves. It is really good to have a college education. It really comes in handy from time to time. You don't pay attention, but it really does. A university education opens doors. It really does. I've said this a million times. And sometimes you guys don't listen and you wait till it's too late and then you're just sweating. And it's annoying. You have to listen. It's really important. So BG, don't worry about the past. The present is right now, you have freedom, work on your new albums, and before you realize it, someday in the future, you'll be a philanthropist. You'll be able to go back to the projects, those neighborhoods where you were at, just like Juvenile's doing it right now, and you'll be able to buy them all the schools, backpacks, all this and that. And someday you'll have the capital to be able to do what? Help them get all of them, pay for their college education, just like that. Just like Dr. Jill Biden made a big speech about community college. And thanks to the work that she's done with POTUS, she's able to do what? Make community college affordable so that before, when community college costs like thousands of dollars, $5,000, now you can go in a community college school and you can you can pay for an associate's degree for not even a couple hundreds of dollars or, maybe less than $1,000. Isn't that amazing? An associate's degree or a certificate for like $500? That's a huge ordeal. You need to understand, I got a college education. It's from the Ohio State University. That was $50,000 over the course of 4 years. You do realize that with inflation right now, the cost of higher education is much more. It's much more. It's, sometimes it can be 100,000, it can be 150,000. That's really problematic because now it's the same cost as an Ivy League school. Now a lot of you guys are thinking, oh, college not important. Go to coding boot camp. Well, guess what? Now with the power of technology, as much as you bust your ass on writing C++ all the time, guess what's going to happen? The power of ChatGPT, Gemini, Grok, even though Grok is a little evil right now, Meta, all these amazing tools that are a little bit dangerous, a little bit scary over here, they're letting you write code with them. Some of them have implemented fashions where you can just, please, can you write me this line of code for Python? And they will do it. Can you please write me this thing for this language? Oh, they will do it. I learned programming and I learned SQL. I learned R programming. And guess what? Now with the power of low-code, no-code, and some of these other AI tools, imagine the power that they can do for programmers. Programmers that all you guys made fun of, that they smell bad, that they look fat, and they have they're not aesthetically pleasing, all this and that. Meanwhile, they were the ones who were doing what? What were they doing? Well, you guys were all having fun. Oh, that's right. They were writing millions of lines of codes for all some of the greatest video games of all time. You know, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, it doesn't just spur out of nowhere. When I play this, and probably I will cry just like I cried playing Final Fantasy VII for the first time as a kid, you know, it's thanks to all these, you know, you know, these guys who just write fearlessly lines of codes on on all kinds of computers at Square Enix, both in Japan, Nippon, and also in America, where they all do the voiceover acting, all this and that, emotion cap, all this and that. You guys need to really have a little bit of more, empathy, and I don't know what else to say, but you need to realize that this world is not just run by Hollywood and this and that. Behind the scenes, there's a lot of people who work really hard to make the magic stuff happen, and you just don't realize it. And it's really problematic because when you don't realize that, it causes some clashes, and then sometimes people get really fierce. That's why I said, I love my MacBook Pro and I love my Lenovo Legion. I can't wait to actually play with this thing some more. It's going to be amazing. But like I said, everyone's like, oh my God, this dude's amazing. He does this and he does that. I've shown you this much of my power. My power can be way over here. And guess what? This is my power. Please understand that I'm nowhere near a Linux system admin power, which is like this big. Remember that time where all the Xbox servers shut down worldwide for about 8 hours? Yeah, that's those Linux system admins. Those are the guys who you fuck with them, they're just like that, everything shuts down. And that's where we're going to talk a little bit more with the hashtag Linux and Linux, learn about Linux, and that's why I installed Ubuntu on one of my machines, and I look forward to mess with it. I really wanted to play Linux with Lambda. I asked for those Lambda guys to give me that Razer laptop a couple of years back. They never gave it to me. I was really sad. I really wanted to have a Lambda Labs Linux laptop. I'm really sad. So now they have servers. They only have servers now. So maybe I can get a server someday whenever Zack Technology LLC takes off, and it'll be fun to have fun with that. Side note: I'm wearing obviously the Hero.co bracelet. Very cool bracelet. Be sure to get. They're not a sponsor, but please get a bracelet from their website. I got one. No, I have two. I have two of them. I have the Never Forgotten, and then I have the cool Samurai one, and then I have another bracelet from with parachute material from local Air Force base. It's very cool with the USA logo, and I'll get more from their Hero.co company. It's just very cool bracelets, and please remember, every time you buy one, they pair a veteran who deals with trauma and PTSD with a service dog. Remember, that might not mean much for you and I. For them, it means the world. It means the world. Just for like a $50 purchase, which is $50 purchase. It's like $10 or $20 less than a new video game that you buy. Now, sorry that my eyes have some kind of reflection. That's a reflection from my from the television, and like I said, I used to have very cool glasses from a different whatchamacall, I had a different eye doctor before, and he had cooler lens glasses, so they did not reflect the screen, like when it's reflecting my MacBook screen. So hopefully I can get those cool glasses next time around, so when you see me, you will actually see my face, and it's not going to reflect the screen. But anyway, like I said, guys, there's a lot of to talk about. Everyone wants to hear the new Jet Lag, everyone wants to hear the new Omega Radio and all the other podcasts, but there's a lot to talk about, and we'll talk about them in due time. But right now, the big topic, obviously, is, of course, it is the weekend. It's this dreadful weekend. It is a Ukraine War Day 911, 9/11. It's a very problematic day, and I don't know how else to diffuse the situation, but just to say Reno 911. I think we should just all wear some short shorts and just watch Reno 911, the great television show from Comedy Central. But on a more serious level, please understand that the only way to diffuse the situation is that there needs to be some kind of truce or some kind of, you know, how else to say, stop to the situation in a fashion where we need everyone to just please calm down and just release some tension, if you know what I mean. Whenever we hear that Belarus is threatening to use nuclear weapons, that's stupid. Belarus? Really? Belarus, go drink your wine and shut up. Seriously, this is ridiculous. You really gonna put us in that situation? Do you realize that if America has pretty much almost bankrupt Russia over there, what are they gonna do? What do you think they're gonna do to Belarus? This is ridiculous. You need all these sides to calm down and realize what is happening right here. What is really happening? After all this conflict in Ukraine, yes, Ukraine, 1,500 kilometers from Europe, from Paris, and all this and that. But right now, while this is going on, you guys are pretty much ignoring the whole goddamn planet, and it's starting to become really racist. Yeah, that bad. Afghanistan's been, you know, forgotten about for 3 years since the Taliban took over. Nobody seems to give a fuck anymore. This is ridiculous. All the white helmets from Syria, the ones who are under the rubbles, gathering civilians that are dying. Nobody seems to care anymore. They made one documentary, and then no one seems to bother about them anymore. All of Africa seems to be under a new pandemic now. No one seems to care anymore. Ever since the African Cup soccer football was going on a couple months ago, this is ridiculous, guys. I know a lot of you guys want to see me make a speech at the United Nations, but it might happen someday. You never know. I might stop by Geneva in a couple months. I'm looking forward to it. I'm just going to take some photos of the UN. But I just, you really need to just look at in the mirror. You know, we have a great things at The Ohio State University. It's a mirror. It's called Mirror Lake. You know, people they're crazy during the football season. They just jump in it. It's really dirty in there, whatever. But they just party. You just need to look in the mirror and just. I'm trying to explain to you guys that right now the everything that is going wrong, it has to do with Netanyahu. Okay, Netanyahu right now is really the most diabolical, evil person in the world. You know, I don't know how else to say this for you guys, but right now, you know, that America works around the world and does great work and all this and that, and then all the other countries in Europe, and then NATO, 32 countries, NATO, hand in hand together work, and then amazing technologies to fix this, to fix that, to fix this. And right now, we have a genocide in Palestinian territories. 40,000 people dead, 80 to 90,000 people injured. Those are some bad statistics. They're pretty bad. Look, I've seen the video on Al Jazeera. All you guys are just watching, you know, cable news in the U.S., or you're just watching, you know, some other network, just like BBC World. Look, I've seen Al Jazeera right now. It's not looking pretty. Okay, it's a lot of dead, you know, infants and boys, girls, men, women, all this and that. It's really bad. It is really bad. So what do we need? What do we need? We need the entire planet to tell Netanyahu to just calm the fuck down and have a truce. We need a truce right now. We need a truce. That's what we need. Seriously. There's too much commotion in the whole planet. And what did I warn you guys was going to happen? You did not stop Netanyahu. What did he do? He's trying to have war with about 6 or 7 countries at the same time. At the same time? Yeah, that motherfucker tried to do a war with 6 or 7 other countries at the same time. What is all that? Yeah, military-industrial complex. Trying to kick that stuff up again. After it was been vanquished, after so much hard work for the past 20 years. With only POTUS, Biden, with the cojones to calm this thing down. Netanyahu is trying to do a war with Palestine right now, yeah, of course. Lebanon, Syria, Iran, Iraq, and more. I'm embarrassed. Every 5 seconds, I'm trying to grab my controller. I'm like, I'm going to play some Cyberpunk. And then I can't because this fucker is just doing all kinds of nonsense over here. It's really annoying. On a different topic, guys, I've been working for 25 years, including the past 6 years unpaid. I'm trying to buy my first new vehicle. I got college education, 12 years of corporate, 7 years retail, and I'm trying to buy my new car. Seriously, guys, it's like everybody on this goddamn continent can seem to buy a new car except for me. This is Twilight Zone over here. And there are no friends at dusk, apparently. I don't know what else to say, guys. It's a very important weekend. This weekend, we need some really important things to take place. We need a truce in Gaza and Israel. We need a truce over there. And we need whatever happens in Ukraine against Russia. We need, play it out however you want to play it out. But nobody dares to use, nuclear weapons. Nobody. Each side, whoever's got the access to the key, nobody uses it. Never. You will never use that goddamn key ever again. And if you have any concerns, you want to know why we should never use it, call the goddamn Japanese. Call the Japanese. They were the only one who specifically put their foot down, bam, just like that, and they said, we will never use this technology ever again. It is that dangerous. No more. God damn it. I really like my gray hat over here. It's a very cool hat, although it is so big, sometimes it looks like a Sherlock Holmes hat. I might as well have a pipe over here and just like, hello. As you know, I love Sherlock Holmes growing up. I used to read the Hounds of Baskerville in English class. It was advanced English class. I was a French student. I just love it. Sherlock Holmes. Speaking of Sherlock Holmes, if you can please have a new movie or the new series or a new season, it's like we missed the character. I know you're busy and I'm still trying to convince you to do Iron Man. So if you don't have time to do Iron Man, just at least do another season of Sherlock Holmes. It would, a lot of us would be really thankful. It would be really cool. Okay. Anyway, big shout out to everybody at National Democratic National Convention in 2024. It was amazing. It was very fun. All the speakers did wonderful jobs. And obviously, big shout out to Kamala Harris. Kamala Harris probably sleeping right now, but thankfully with the time differences, since she's going to be in Washington, it's 2:23 right now. Check out JLI Radio 223. It is 5:23 in New York, so check out JLI Radio 523, and that is 2 minutes before 5:25, which is JLI Radio 525. And it's 2:25 is in 2 minutes. As you know, JLI Radio 525 is of a huge, how would I say, I don't know how else to say this. It's dear to my heart because obviously the 25th of May was a long time ago. Back in the past, it was my first day at work when I worked at Intel Corp. Now, as you know, we've had some clash, and now I'm a little dismayed by the leadership that's going on with Intel Corp because they've done so much terrible work, and I've done some amazing work, and they've not acknowledged the work that I've done. So I'm just I cannot wait from what Intel Foundry, the competition, which is also working in conjunction with them, but they have Intel Foundry. It's got the cool DoD prototype. It's very cool stuff. And then obviously there's going to be Intel Redacted. Intel Redacted, we'll see what happens with those guys. But I don't know what's going to happen to Paul CEO. I'm very excited that potentially they're going to be a new CEO, and if there's a new CEO or an interim or whoever, it will be fun for Intel Ohio. Intel Ohio, which is with Lincoln County when they construct the new building. It's been delayed. It was supposed to be 2025 or 2026 or 20, now it's 2027. I just don't know what else to say, but it's got to get there much faster. Now, I need to upgrade my hat over here, so just give me 1 second. I'll be right back. Okay, go Bucks. All right. Last one of the last topics is that don't worry, guys who love sports and ESPN. As you know, you may always look at me like, what nerd over here? Like, what the fuck is all these geeky video games? What the fuck is he playing? It's Death Stranding. He's weird. He's using his poop to fight monsters. All this and that. Don't worry. I'll play some Madden. I'll play some college football. I got them both. I have the MVP edition. I'll play them. I know that the season's about to start very soon. So don't worry. I'll play a little bit, and I'll try to read the rule book, because I know that all the quarterbacks from both Ohio State University and the Bengals are really trying to turn Super Saiyan over here and trying to make some stuff happen. I know that the Bengals want to go to Super Bowl 59, and I know that Ohio State University wants to go to the National Football Championship. We'll see what happens. But yeah, let's go. And we got to go. We got to do this. And yeah, I heard some good news about Rush Hour 4 that's coming out. That's great. I know they had some little weird issues with that, but don't worry. Rush Hour 4 will be on its way. We're working with whoever. We're trying to make sure whatever will happen, let's make sure that Rush Hour 4 is on its way. It's going to be fun. It's going to be great. It's going to be a great movie. All right, guys. Let's see. Please write à l'écrit. C'est très important. It's really important. I need to show you guys that if you if you do not write à l'écrit, and then you've been just typing for years and years, when you try to start writing again, it's like you start to write like someone in like you find yourself back in high school or something. It's ridiculous. Like you have to make sure you write à l'écrit all the time. All the time. It's good for l'écriture. Like a script or whatever. You have to write. It's really important. Yeah, lots of turmoil, and I wanted to address a big concern of minorities, especially African Americans, that are in power of stature. Listen, if you have a large superior who is African American, will you please let them eat in peace? Because it appears that no one is able to let an African American of higher rank to be able to eat without someone making fun of him with his mouth open trying to eat some food. I'm serious. It's really starting to bother me here. It appears that all these years I've been so excited about Obama, and all these years I'm like, I've never seen Obama eat anything. I don't even know if what is he like? Does he like a sandwich? Does he like wings? I haven't seen the guy eat anything. Why? Because we know that someone is waiting to take a picture of Obama with a chicken wing and then put it on Fox News and say, oh, look at this guy. We know that this is stuff that can happen. Look, we know that Trump, nothing more that he would like would be a picture of Obama with some chicken and waffles just to do some racist speech about it. So like I said, please let African American of higher ranks eat in peace and harmony. Please share with us what the hell they're eating, because like I'm starting to wonder here. I'm just having it's been like 8 years of I've voted for Obama in 2008, And look, it's 2024, and I've never seen the guy eating anything on TV other than that whole goddamn time. It's freaky. If they make fun of him with a tan suit, obviously they were trying to make fun of him of whatever the hell he was eating. I bet you if Barack Obama used some mayonnaise, I bet you they would make fun of him. Oh, look, he's eating some mayonnaise. Seriously. So please, enough with the stereotypes. And let the goddamn man eat some goddamn food without people gossiping about what he's eating. Maybe he also likes burritos. I love burritos. I know that Biden loves Philly cheesesteaks. I know what it's like. I love them as well. Philly cheesesteaks are delicious. Okay. Anyway, guys, so there's a lot more content to talk about. I have to do some more videos. I have a big request. Obviously, people wanted me to do a Dignition style video where I just read all of the content from all of my content from this week. So hopefully I can do that sometime this weekend. I'll see what I can do. There's a lot to do, but yeah. So anyway, thank you guys for watching. Please like, subscribe to my YouTube channel, and I'll go ahead and play some video games for you guys. I'll live stream some more. I know you enjoyed my Cyberpunk traces on live streams. So I'll do some more live streaming in the future. And yeah, I guess that's it. Big show. Go United, Manchester United, Red Devils forever, all this and that. And yeah. Okay. Talk to you guys later. Please like, subscribe to my YouTube channel. I appreciate it. And yeah, peace and harmony in the world, and pray for peace in Palestine, Israel, Afghanistan, Syria, Lebanon, all those places, and obviously pray for some calm in Ukraine. And just please do not go tat for tat for like some of all fears. Please don't do that. Please do not do that. Don't turn the key. Do not turn the key. Both sides, do not turn the goddamn key. Okay? Please. Thanks. Shout out to all the superheroes in the world as well. Yeah. Okay. Until next time, have a good one.